What's going on, guys? Zennosh here, and today in this video of Calibria I'm presenting to you guys a guide on Flame Spirit, one of the really amazing 4-star net hero in the Calibria. So before starting this video, please do subscribe to my channel, alright? Can you please do that? And now let's get this started. First of all, obviously, let's start with this skill tree because it's the thing that will really shape her out, and obviously on the basis of this one, we will be deciding what sort of runes is obviously gonna be amazing for her, alright? So first of all, let's start with her first skill. Blue Flame. Throw fireballs to attack an enemy and deals 395% of attack and damage. That's pretty good. 40% chance to affect the target with HP Regen Lock for 2 turns. Well, HP Regen Lock is not really that of really amazing sort of like debuff or negative status effect that you can inflict on an opponent. So I really don't think that it's actually gonna be very good to fit her up with the counter set. Okay, the rune. So we are actually gonna talk about that a little bit later. Now let's move on to the next one. That's gonna be her second skill, Chain Fireball. Okay, so what it's gonna do is that it's gonna attack a single target for 2 times in a row, and its attack deals 250% of attack and damage, a total of 500% damage, right? And has a 40% chance that can actually be improved up to 55% chance to silence the target for 1 turn and burn them for 2 turns. Wow, that's pretty great. Burn is obviously gonna be really good for the catacombs, right? And 55% chance to silence the target is really amazing, especially for the arena, but alas, it's only a single target nuke. Okay, so don't really expect a lot of things to happen with this one. And you can go with this second version as well, which says activate a magical array which summons meteor that attacks 5 times at random. Alright, so I think it's a random type of attack that will hit any kind of enemy out there in random. Okay, so meaning it's an AoE type of damage. Its meteor deals 155% of attack and damage and has a 25% chance, which can improve up to 35% chance to reduce the target's attack for turns and their energy by 20%. Okay, that's this is pretty much better. This is really good, especially for arena, but obviously not really that amazing for the catacombs because obviously bosses are pretty much immune to the energy reduction. Alright, but for arena, this is pretty great, especially if she is allowed to start at first. I mean, she gets the first turn, she is gonna be really damaged, she's really gonna be really good, but I think her third skill is much better, alright, which obviously will shape her out in a very amazing way that can even make her the current meta. And now let's move on to the next one. That's gonna be her third version of the second skill. It says summon a whirlpool of ice and flame which attacks all enemies. Wow, that's an AoE attack. That's pretty great. Deals 250% of attack and damage to all enemies. That's pretty good. 75% chance. I think that can be improved up to 100% chance to affect the targets with HP Regen Lock for 2 turns. HP Regen Lock is not really that a superb type of negative status effect unless it's very conditional, meaning when a boss is really regening itself, its HP really that fast, then it can actually be a very big problem. So in that case only this can be helpful, but in most of the cases I really don't think that it's gonna really provide that of very amazing or game-changing or table-turning type of utility. So I think this second skill, the second version of the second skill, the Fire Meteor, is the best choice of all. Now, let's move on to the third skill, that is Sacred Fire. Shroud all enemies in blazing fire and attack them 3 times in a row. Each attack deals 55% of attack in fixed damage, ignores defense. Now, this can actually make her the current meta, guys. This is just too amazing. Have you been missing out the Lucian from the Summoner's War? Especially that Wind Lucian, or let's say the Wind Joker. Then she is right over here. Obviously, I think her attack damage output is a little bit inferior than compared to the Wind Lucian, but still, it's pretty great indeed right over here. It's a fixed damage and ignores the defense, alright? So, you can actually really look out for a very good damage output from her, and she can even one-shot the opponents That's the thing right out there. And please really try to skill enhance it up right away, or else it might not be really that effective. Photons cooldown, that's pretty okay, that's pretty good, but I really don't think that like with this kind of skills she might actually have a very good shot at the catacombs. But in arena this can actually contest to become the current meta. So now let's move on to the next the second version of the third skill. It says summons fireballs from the sky to attack all enemies 2 times. Its attack deals 135% of attacking damage and has a 75%, it's a 100% chance to burn targets for 2 turns. Wow, notice guys, notice she has like burn skills. Now that is actually gonna be pretty good for the catacombs. So thanks to the skill tree, that a particular hero can actually be very versatile. Now this is a very ideal situation right over here. If she goes with the first version of her third skill, she is gonna be really amazing for the arena contests, whereas if she goes for the second version of the third skill, she is actually gonna be very good for the catacombs. Now this is an ideal and perfect example on how a skill tree can really give a very good dimension to the to a certain hero. This is really great, a perfect example, right? That's good. Burn is obviously going to be really great, decrease the 5% of the max HP of the opponent per tick, so that is great. After attacking, gains haste for 2 turns. Wow, that's even better. So, well, if you are gonna fight in the dungeons, or let's say in the catacombs, fireworks is gonna be much better, whereas Sacred Fire is especially for the arena contents. And this is really great, whereas her leader skill is pretty like okay, Guild War only. I think if it could have been for arena, then that would have been much better. But in Guild War, it still has to develop. It still needs to sort of improve for right now. So we cannot say that like Guild War is gonna be a really best thing right now. But anyways, you got a pretty much glimpse of it. And now the main question is, what sort of rune build is gonna make her a magnificent beast? Now let's talk about it. Well guys, ruining her can actually be pretty much tricky too. What sort of runes should we actually give to her? The first one that I think is gonna be really best is the attack set. So what it is actually gonna do is 4 pieces will actually increase the attack by 35%. That is much better. First thing that you guys really need to notice is that she has a fixed damage on her third skill. That means like it cannot crit at all. Alright, if it can ignore the defense, then that I think that can crit, but if it's a fixed damage, I really don't think that it can actually crit. So that's the problem right now. It's because it's fixed, right? You really just cannot modify the damage output. So that's the thing right out there. So attack is actually gonna be a really preferred choice right out here. And for the the rest of the second pieces, you can either go with the focus. Alright, so that can actually be pretty much better, because she has so many things to do with the burn and the HP regen lock, right? So focus can actually be really good hand on hand with attack. That is kind of pretty weird combination thanks to her fixed damage, guys. Alright, but this kind of setup is actually gonna be pretty good, especially for the arena setup. Alright, for the arena contents, you can even go with the agile if you really want to make sure that he will actually be the one, or she will actually be the one to go first. But as she will actually kind of shine as a main damage dealer, so it is actually a very good idea for her to execute her third skill at the last. Okay, so she should be the fourth one to use her skill. So agile might not be the best option for that kind of cases. All right, so I think attack and the focus is actually gonna be really great. If you are actually looking for the second option, I really say that the Desperation rune is actually gonna be much better as well, because obviously she has a AoE type of attack as well, and Desperation kind of actually really looks good, because and also at the same time she's gonna hit for 3 times AoE attack and 3 times in a row. So that means she has a really good chance to land those kind of stuns. All right, and this can actually be really great as well. in this kind of situation. And this is gonna be really good like for any kind of case, whether it be of PvE content and especially for PvP content where you can actually stun a opponent. This can really provide you a huge advantage, all right, against your opponents. So that's pretty great. Desperation is pretty good as well. And finally, you can even go with the Berserk. Berserk is sort of like an endgame rune that is pretty much equipable by almost all of the heroes, because like it just provides you an extra bonus turn. All right, and bonus turn is always great because it will provide you like one skill cooldown every time you get a bonus turn. That is pretty great. That means like you will be able to use your main skill, or let's say second or third skill that has a cooldown on it, much faster. And also at the same time, getting extra turn means like you are gonna scale up your damage output. And if especially if you are a support type of unit, that means like you are actually gonna provide a lot of buffs and inflict a lot of debuffs, or let's say negative status effects on the enemies much efficiently. That's the thing with the Berserk. Alright, and for in her case, if she get the Berserk, that means like she will be able to channel her skills much faster. So those are the things, guys, and she can also really deal a lot of damage with it as well. So that's the thing that I think is actually gonna help her a lot. First of all, attack plus focus set or desperation set, and you can even go with the Berserk set. These are the 3 or let's say 4 types of runes that will actually help her out to become one of the really amazing unit out there in the game. So that's the theory right out there, guys. It's really up to you on how you want to go with it. Really up to you guys. Alright, and now let's move on to what sort of primary stat or main stat should we really focus on: the second slot, the third slot, and the sixth slot. Whereas whenever you go with the attack focus, alright, in this kind of case, please try to go with the attack percentage boost on her second slot. All right, just like this one, the attack percentage boost on the primary stat. And when it comes to the fourth slot, please try to go with the attack percentage boost as well. Because obviously you are supposed to do a lot of damage, and obviously her third skill cannot deal the critical damage. That means critical rate or critical damage is not actually going to be really that efficient. So that's the thing right out there. Whereas if you are actually going to go with this sixth slot, please try to go with the attack percentage boost again. All right, and this is actually going to help her out to really deal a massive amount of damage in the arena content, so that like you can actually knock out most of your opponents right off the bat. You know, like she's really a good sweeper. All right, I mean like she will just sweep the opponents off right away. But if you're actually gonna go with the Desperation, she is really trying to fulfill a very good type of like support type of role. That means in the second slot she should actually go with the speed set. All right, and with the fourth slot she should go with the you know, like attack percentage boost. That's actually gonna be really great. And in the sixth slot you can go with the attack or actually hit percentage boost. All right, because obviously she has burn and she has also needs to do the stun and stuff like that. So like, you know, like a hit percentage boost is actually gonna be much better, provided that she has so many other negative status effects that she can apply on the opponent as well. So hit percentage boost, all right, that's gonna be really great for this sixth slot as the main start. Whereas for the Berserk rune, please try to get the speed stat boost as a primary stat on the second slot, because like she will be requiring a lot of speed as well. Or you can even go with the attack percentage boost if you really want to make her attack type. Alright, so I mean like Berserk is kind of like a very much a hybrid between the attack focus and the desperation as well. So it's really up to you what you really want to focus out on. But attack percentage boost, it might actually help her out a lot. Alright, so attack percentage boost on the as a primary stat on the second slot. Whereas for the fourth slot, obviously it's gonna be a like attack percentage boost. And in the sixth slot as well, we can go with either attack percentage boost or hit percentage boost, so that like she has much easier time in landing her negative status effects on the opponents and to be much useful in the dungeons. Alright, so those are the things that you have to really keep in mind. Whereas for the substats, guys, go with the speed boost, it's like crit, no, not crit rate boost, it's like a hit percentage boost, alright, and the HP percentage boost and defense percentage boost. You can even go with the critical rate boost and critical damage boost as well, if you really want to maximize on her like first skill and second skill, and like the second version of her third skill if you want to do with that one. So it's pretty much a little bit very complicated with her, because like the way that she is actually so much versatile also really demands her to be pretty much strategically ruined. All right. So if you really want to go on that attack type, or let's say you want to really dish out a lot of attack damage, then obviously that means you need to go with the speed, the attack percentage, the critical rate, and the critical damage. But if you really want to go on the support basis, then speed, HP percentage boost, defense percentage boost, and the hit percentage boost. You can even also like push in the attack percentage boost as well for some extra damage output as well. So it's really up to you. It's kind of a little bit like tricky right out there. That's the thing, guys. That's really the thing. And for the arena contents, guys, all right, so many things can actually happen with her being around. I mean, like Desperation is actually gonna be really great right out there for arena, or you can actually go with the attack and the focus. Main thing is that like when it comes to like attack and focus, please don't go with the speed stat as the primary stat on a second slot. Obviously, because like she should be the last one to attack, because like there should be assist type of unit that should go first, and like make all the preparations so that like when the final damage output comes from the flame spirit, she is actually gonna annihilate the entire team, opponent team. So that's the thing right out there. Please try to use a lot of like energy pushers, like let's say what do you call that, harpy, and many other units like that. And then like an attack boosters as well, like let's say holy cleric, like those kind of stuff. And if there are like any other units that can actually increase your critical hit chance rate as well, then that's much better as well. So those are the things that you have to keep in mind, guys. All right, it's kind of pretty much a little bit complicated. If you guys have any personal views of your own, like how you can actually modify this unit on your own likings, or what are the other type of like rune set that can actually shape this unit into ultimate perfection, then please let me know in the comment section below. We can actually discuss that one out. All right, so this is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to keep on enjoying the contents of my channel, and see you guys in the next video.